So let me just introduce the company before I start talking about the details on the ECFanGrid. Rosenberg was founded in the year 1981 in Germany with about 14 facilities all over the world, 45 sales offices, and about 1,400 employees working with the company. Rosenberg, again, is a vertically integrated manufacturers. In fact, we have, as I mentioned before, we have different locations worldwide, manufacturing both AC and the EC motors with external motor rotor motors. We manufacture the impellers, the air handling and energy recovery units, the sheet metal parts, everything. That's all in-house manufactured by Rosenberg. Our motors are powered by external rotor motors for both AC and the EC configuration. So now we're going to talk about the ECFanGrid. So what we are discussing today is how to deal with the outdated, inefficient HVAC equipment. So if you look at these pictures over here, you can see the big fans. They are mostly belt-driven fans, which take a lot of space in the buildings, and they are inefficient. They need a lot of maintenance. So we try to retrofit these kind of equipments with more space-saving, energy-efficient equipment in the buildings. So typically we have three different configurations. The first one being the OEM AHU. What it means is it can actually be fitted in any of the OEM equipment with these fans in place. Then we have the Retrofit Kit, which is a complete package, which we can give it to any of the contractors to install in any of the buildings. And the third one is we call it the Unibox. Again, wherever the fan grid cannot be installed, we can have the Uniboxes installed as per the opening dimensions of the duct. And it's very simple. So when we talk about the benefits of ECFanGrid over the single belt-driven fan, what we see here is the ECFanGrid. They are basically compact and flexible. It's very easy to replace and maintain. It has uniform air distribution. The noise is much less compared to the single belt-driven fans. It has integrated speed control. Very easy to clean because you have access to the floor, wherein the belt-driven fans you don't have the access of the floor. It has redundancy as well as less weight. So these are the benefits what we get on the ECFanGrid versus what you get in single fan is operating losses, difficult to replace the belts, the bearings. It operates with a VFD and takes a lot of space in a building. So when we talk about the flexibility of these ECFanGrid, what we can see is you can have different options of installing it. You can have different configurations. Different number of fans which can be installed based on the opening dimensions of the duct. So the point is, all these fans always fit in different sizes in any of the opening ducts. Now, when we talk about the second aspect of the flexibility, you can do future upgrades which are easier to do. Because you can actually add more number of fans to the existing system to upgrade the flow rate or the CFM of the system. As you can see in the picture, this is just a picture which shows we can actually add more number of fans to the existing fan grid to increase the capacity. Now let's talk about the compactness. Again, if you look at the pictures here, the belt-driven fan on the other side, which is almost 4 times the size of the fan grid here, right? So the fan grid actually takes less space, the installation space, in any building spaces. That's again a picture where we show the single belt-driven fan. You can see inside the casing, which takes a lot of space. In fact, it's covering most of the space in the casing inside. whereas this ECFanGrid is almost quarter the size of what the belt-driven fan was taking, right? So you can actually add more equipment like the heat recovery equipment, humidifiers, things like that in those open spaces. Again, this is, the belt-driven fans are very hard to replace because it needs to be taken in and out of the building. So you have to actually take the doors apart, the walls apart to take them away from the building or from the roof with a crane. All these difficulties are there. But in terms of ECFanGrid, just a couple of guys can actually lift the fan and take them out of the building. It's very, very easy to install and maintain. Again, these fans can be easily taken inside the building through narrow passages. As you can see, the passages are very narrow, and they can be actually taken through those passages and can be installed. So you do not have to cut open the doors or the walls to have these ECFanGrid installed. Ease of replacement, again, if any of the fans fail, it can be easily replaced just by a couple of guys who just come in, take the fan out, install the new fan, and it's done. Redundancy, again, what happens is if one of the fans is not working, the other fans, which could be in any number, it could be 2, 4, 6, 9, they would ramp up the speed and they would give you actual flow rate which has been designed for that particular system. And you can actually install a manual or a automatic backdraft damper to prevent the backflow of that particular failed fan. Air distribution, again, these ECFanGrid, they have less spot air velocity and more uniform airflow. It has, again, the sound levels in these kind of ECFanGrids. They actually are high frequency sound compared to low frequency from the belt-driven fan. So you need actually smaller attenuators to control these high frequency sound compared to bigger attenuators for the belt-driven fans to control the low frequency sound. Again, the retrofit kits, they are packaged and they can be actually be replaced for any manufacturer. The name doesn't matter. The kit is complete with all the mechanical parts, which is like the fans, the filters, the mounting hardware, wiring cabinet, and any other added accessories. We provide all the documentation based on the installation guide, the wiring diagram, etc. And again, all these kits, they can fit through the standard doors and hallways, so it is not difficult to have them installed in any building. The third variant I was talking about was the Unibox. The Unibox is an assembly which has a backward inclined impeller, which is again an EC fan. It's again an aluminum casing which has the fan inside. So it's a very easy plug and play kind of a system. Again, all this ECFanGrid can be connected to the building BMS system, which is the backnet. Through a gateway, we can provide that gateway as well, which will convert the signals from Modbus interface to backnet. So that accessory can also be provided to the contractors to convert the signals. Applications, these kind of ECFanGrids can be used anywhere. In fact, I just listed some of the applications here. It can be used in data centers, school buildings, hotels, hospitals, airports, pharmaceutical industries, paint booths, and the list goes on. We have a beautiful software. We call it as a Rosenberg software, which can be used to, select these fans for any application. So it's very easy. You can actually go to our website, ECFanGrid.ca, and download the software from the website. And you can actually do the selection by yourself based on efficiency or sound or anything which matters the most. And you can do the selection and have the system ready for you. So again, you can visit the ECFanGrid.ca and you can actually do the selections from the software. That's it.